Good morning. Today it's time to put on the big girl pants and get out sketching in public, and then I think we're gonna go for a walk around the lake. Just need to find a spot now to set up. It's really quiet, it's only like 20 past 8 in the morning, so I think I might head over there. I think this could be the spot. What do you think? Now, I've probably brought way too much stuff, but I'm new at this, so I think with time, coming out and like urban sketching, just be able to know what I do need and what I don't need. But today I'm going to be using these ones, the Neocolor II water soluble wax. They're called pastels. I want to call them crayons, but they're not called crayons, they're called pastels. But I also created a little swatch pad, which is on the other video, but I did actually bring a sketchbook. I don't know if I'm going to use it because I don't know if anyone else is like me and they're just scared to use a sketchbook. That sounds ridiculous, I know, but there is a couple of drawings in there, but nothing. I get really sad when I start doing something and I don't like it and I want to rip the page out. And again, I just need to practice. Like, it is what it is. Like, it's all, you know, practice makes progress. So I'm working in these little squares. I've seen Mimi Moo Illustration do this, and it just shrinks it down a little bit and makes the page a little less scary. But so far so good. They're nice, creamy, and they build well on top of each other. I feel like this set of the 30 does give you quite a good selection of colours. I wouldn't say that there was anything specifically that stood out that was missing. I know that you can get them smaller sets and the larger set as well, but this one is just quite, yeah, it's quite nice. I think I'd definitely give them a go again on their own, but I would be tempted to maybe use a coloured pencil first to do my initial sketch, and then maybe fill in and colour with the neos. I did find that trying to put coloured pencils over the top of them didn't work that well. It does give like obviously like a waxy surface, so even the Posca on some of the places didn't exactly go down as planned how I wanted it to. What I was trying to do here, I was going for the water with the reflections and some stones, but it did not work out. My perspective was all wrong, and it is something that I kind of struggle with. So you'll see in a minute I re-wet it all and then dabbed it out with kitchen paper, which is pretty cool that you can lift it back up, just like watercolours really. What you could also do as well, if you've not got the paintbrush reservoir, you can just dip the crayons straight into water and that just activates them, and then you can go straight down on your piece of paper from there. I decided to go back to a smaller tile and started to draw this little flower that was right beside me, which you can see I've got it laying down on the paper there. What's really cool about these is they're super vibrant. Usually when you're working with watercolours, when it dries off, it goes a little bit dull and you kind of have to go over it again to ignite that colour again. These dry the same. Just need to be a little bit careful with the amount of pressure that you put on them. They aren't the strongest, and as you can see I've broke a few nibs already. Just finished up doing the second little square and I head back to the bigger one where I'm going to start to colour in the frog. Probably give him maybe some speckles like the one that I'd seen earlier. And I think once I get home and I try and finish off the drawing, I'll use some Poscas maybe on the eyes, especially the white as well, to make them pop, and pop a little lily pad behind, and anything else that I think could work. I love this cute kind of style, and it reminds me of like children's books, and it's something that I would really like to do maybe in the future, is illustrate a children's book. Not the actual writing of it because that's not my cup of tea, but yeah, it's definitely up there on the goal board. I'm going to leave that one there, let it dry. I picked up this little pine cone which I'm going to pop some string on and hang it underneath the balcony. And they do say that when it's nice weather the pine cone will open up, but if the weather changes then it all closes back down together. You'd think it'd be quite warm with it being like, once it gets up to like 30 degrees in the day, but honestly it's absolutely freezing, and I've seen people go in there during the winter. It's not for me, guys, not for me. At this point I decided to call it a day. It got way too hot and I thought it would be better finishing off the drawing at home. And here it is, my finished little piece. I'm really quite pleased with it. We've got a little bit of everything from what we saw, like the pine cones and the frogs and the little duck feet with the fern, but it was really enjoyable. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing it again. It was completely different compared to what I'm used to. Working with pet portraits, everything is so specific. You've got a reference photo, you know where every line's going, to then go somewhere with just an empty page and no plan. Yeah, it was different, but I liked it. So my little pine cone up there. We've not had any bad weather yet, so I don't know whether it does close or not, but we shall see. But if you made it to the end of the video, thank you, thanks for watching, and hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.